I think we've become more consistent. We've grown in terms of having a larger group of people running faster times. The team has come together more as a unit. We certainly had we're still in the middle of a learning curve from the Atlantic Sun to the Sun Belt. There was definitely a step up in competition and in strength of the different teams and so on. And so we're just learning how to compete at a higher level. And I think it took a little bit of time to get everybody on the same page and make sure that even the ones who are not the number one and number twos sort of start copying what the faster ones were doing to make the team, just as a whole step up. We basically show them, a lot of times it's all about, can I get scholarship money? I mean, a lot of kids are looking for scholarship money, which is understandable. And what we try to tell them is that in order to, come to our program and get scholarship money, we need to see what times they're running and how they're competing with the other, times that are being run in the conference. The important thing for us, obviously, is to try and continue to move up and improve in our conference standing. And the way we can do that is by having people come in who have the potential to run times that can score points for us indoors and outdoors, and that can be in the top 5 for cross country for us, at the conference championships. So we basically are looking for people who might not necessarily have the times yet, but are certainly close or have potential to getting those times, and we let them know very very open and honestly what the what each year the conference results are like and what we're looking for, and then we talk to them about the potential of scholarship money, the potential to walk on, and what we see for them in the first couple of years while they come here to FAU. I think that's one of the beauties of having FAU being the location that we're in. Boca Raton certainly is a nice place to come to. If you're out of the country, people love coming to the beach. One of my big pitches is always that, as far as I know, and people can look it up, but as far as I know, we're the second closest Division I university to the ocean in the country. I think Pepperdine is the only one that's a little bit closer, but they're on a cliff. So we're really we're about 3 miles from the beach. Which is very attractive to kids coming from overseas, coming from up north. Kids who are from Florida, they're beginning to see FAU more as a viable option, as their number one choice. I think in the past it was a safety school, especially for the kids that are from Broward and Palm Beach. They're beginning to see FAU more as their number one choice based on the campus growth, based on the success of the different programs. So I think that's what sort of attracts people, again, locally, because FAU has become more of a known entity, and then internationally because of the location, and then from out of state, again, the location. And quite honestly, I had a conversation with a few parents the last couple of weeks. The safety issue. We're definitely in today's society, you never want to say it without being a little bit cautious, but on the whole, Boca Raton and FAU are very safe, to be if you're a young person. Again, we're still a very young program overall, and we're even younger in the Sun Belt. I think our big accomplishments so far in the Sun Belt have been on the cross country side. We finished as high as 3rd a few years back. We were 4th last year, which again, being a competitive conference, shows that we're on the right track. Indoor track is a very new sport for us at FAU, and we finished 3rd a couple of years ago. We were 6th last year, just with a small squad. So we're making progress. Outdoors, we're still working on getting the team to where we think we can be. It depends a lot. Outdoors depends a lot on how big your squad is, and we're still working on squad development. Individually, we've had people come extremely close to NCAA nationals. We've had a number of relay teams. We've had a number of individuals making it to NCAA regionals, and we've been a couple, only a few steps away from nationals in the 100 hurdles with Yannick Booth, who's run some very good times, and then Icky File come extremely close last year in the steeplechase. And again, looking at those times, we have times that compete with a lot of the national times in Division I. It helps. It helps tremendously. When track first came on board, in conjunction with football, we didn't have a facility to practice on campus, and that, it takes, I would say, it takes special people to come to a place that doesn't have a facility, and so we had to, improvise quite a bit. Having our own facility now, makes life, much easier. It again, it cuts down on having to commute, which is always a safety issue as well as a time issue. The facility that we have is a great facility. When we went out to look for people to build a facility, we actually looked around and we tried to see what other schools have. The company and the service that we chose is comparable to some of the best programs in the country. We ended up going with a service that is similar to what Auburn University has, who won nationals a few years back. We have a similar service to Duke, to North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So Miami had a similar surface. So we really tried to get something that we can practice on a daily basis without getting injured. More so, some surfaces might be a little bit faster, but those are mostly for competition. For competitions. Ours really is designed to be able to practice on a daily basis with again minimizing the chance of having injuries. I certainly hope, our main goal is to obviously continue to move up in the conference rankings and, compete for a conference championship in cross country, indoor and outdoor, and then getting individuals to nationals. I think what I always try to explain to people, I think it might be a little bit different than other sports. If you look at track, for example, on the indoor side, you only have between 17 and 20 competitors in the whole country make it into nationals in one event. So if you look at the percentage of, let's say, how many people run the 60-meter dash in the country, only 17 to 20 of those people ever end up making it to nationals. So it's a very small percentage. So it's actually extremely hard to make it to nationals. On the outdoor level, on the outdoor stage, it's a little bit different with having some regional competitions. But again, it's the percentage is very low. So that's our main goal, to get people qualified for nationals and to show people how strong the program has become. Again, on the conference side, to continue to compete for a championship and hopefully soon end up being a conference champion in one of the three one of our three conference championships. FAU is a great place to be. I mean, if people watching this video and people around the state, the country, the world, we're a great place to be. It's come a long way. I came in here as a grad assistant many years ago, and I've seen the program develop from its infancy, moving to Division I, moving to the Sun Belt Conference, and we're still on the rise. So anybody who's out there who wants to come visit, please come by, and we're definitely a great choice as a university.